Folks, two Boston activists are facing criminal charges for allegedly using their nonprofit for personal gain. A federal grand jury indicted activist Monica Cannon Grant and her husband Clark Grant with wire fraud, mail fraud, conspiracy, and making false statements to a mortgage lending business. To a mortgage lending business. All right. Now, the 18-count indictment alleges that between 2017 and 2021, Cannon Grant applied for numerous public and private grants and received donations to her nonprofit, but used that money for personal expenses. The couple founded Violence in Boston in 2017 to reduce violence and raise social awareness and racial equity in Boston. Now, when we saw this story, the folks at the Root called them BLM activists. But one of the groups that actually provided them funding was the Black Lives Matter chapter there in Massachusetts. So they're not BLM activists. They have their own organization. This is what happens when the right wants to slap BLM on anything, okay? The thing here, what we're dealing with here, we've seen this many times before, Matt, that is, people have to understand, when it comes to grants, especially you're getting federal grants, you're dealing with federal dollars, federal crimes. And so, again, these are allegations. They are innocent until proven guilty. This is why we encourage folks to be when you start applying for grants, be very particular in terms of how they're used, because folks are always watching, especially for Black activists. We can't hear Matt. Guys, y'all got to fix the audio issues. What's going on? Matt, are you on mute? Or is it on our end? There we go.
I can hear you.
There we go.
You hear me? Okay. I would say in addition to that, Roland, what I would add is you have to be particularly fastidious if you have nonprofit status, because when you have a nonprofit, there are a lot of rules that apply to that. So not only be very careful and make sure you have great record keeping when you have a grant that you receive, but also if you have a nonprofit, you have to make sure you adhere to all the rules, because the IRS and the feds will be watching that to make sure you're doing the right thing. So there are unfortunately a lot of people who have issues with this and get caught up behind this. And the fact that there's an 18-count indictment is concerning, because that means they believe they found some evidence, but these are just allegations and it's yet to be proven in court. So we'll see what happens with that.
It's always something that folks, again, look, get you accountants, get you folks, set up your business practices, because again, if you are activists, I remember Michael during after the Michael Brown case, there were a number of activists who I was talking to, and folks were soliciting funds on social media, and I hit them up and I said, hey, don't do that. I said, run that through a fiscal agent. I said, be sure everything is accounted for. I said, because remember, they can hit you on tax charges in terms of what you owe. Folks, look, activists always got to be careful. They are trying to take down activists. You got to protect yourself.
Absolutely. And a lot of times you have activists, not knowing all the particulars here in this case, but a lot of times you have activists who mean well and try to do the right thing, but don't understand federal laws when it comes to accepting donations for organizations, or may not fully understand like 501c3 regulations, things like that, and they end up getting caught up. So you want to get a CPA, get a tax accountant, and really understand these laws, because I mean this can take down an organization. So this is hopefully the charges are not true here, but this is why you have to be careful.
Back to that Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?